Hello, blessed morning. Danny Eze here. Happy birthday to me. Yeah, I actually got to realize even at this 7th hour of the day that it is 7th February 2026. So it occurred to me that wow, 7th is my day. So happy birthday to me. All the best wishes one would think of. I pray the same occur in my own life moving forward. I thank God for good health. I thank God for vitality. I thank God for everything He's done in times past, even in recent times. God is faithful, and I thank Him for life. So, moving forward, in this video, I'll be communicating market crash or price crash and wealth transfer. Basically, how to position ourselves in times of temporary price drops. Many people obviously would want to call a price crash, and then how in such times there are opportunities one could take advantage of, and those opportunities sometimes don't come in a period of say 5-10 years. So you obviously see them come maybe once, sometimes twice, but they are rare opportunities because these prices take years to unfold onto certain levels they've gotten to, that you may have been looking to make certain purchases or take advantage of such levels, and then you may not even have the opportunity until maybe 2, 3, 4 years or 5 years thereabout. So I'll be talking about temporary price drops, many people call a price crash, or you must have heard the word market crash, and how such times can present opportunities that can generate even wealth for an individual. Okay. So this is the price chart of gold against the US dollar. This is a 4 hours time frame, and I'll be looking at some charts, not just the chart of gold. I'll be looking at the chart of silver as well. I'll be looking at the chart of Bitcoin, other things actually that had some temporary price drops. Okay, looking at the chart of other instruments moving forward. So the price of gold actually rose to this level. You could see my crosshair. It rose to this level 5599.03. You could see that level, and then it dropped down to this level. It dropped down to 55. It dropped down to 4393.86 thereabouts. Okay, and there is currently, the market closed yesterday at 4964.17. There's this price line indicated in blue. Okay, that's where the market closed at yesterday, being Friday. Okay, so now you see how that the price dropped from that height I earlier talked about, the height of 55, this height here, 5594 or 96 thereabouts. Okay, down to 4407 or 0443 thereabout. There's 4,300 and something per ounce now, and then it is currently at 4,964.17 where the market closed yesterday. What does that tell you? This is a W reverse formation if you are looking at price pattern. If you are looking at price pattern technically, okay, this is a W reverse formation. You could see price drop on one hand, try to retrace, it got up to this level 5092.37, and then it fell back to this level 4653.93, and then it's currently at 4964.17. Now you could see the pattern. This is a W reverse or W reversal formation, if you want to say that, where this shape of price candles, both the red candles and the blue candles, has already given you a clue that price is about to form a complete W reverse formation. It dropped, these red candles drop down. The blue candles start pushing up, even while the red candle was also trying to push price downwards. The blue candle were able to push price up until this level, this 5092 thereabouts, and then the red candles, which are the bear candles, the blue candles represent the blue candles represent the bullish candles. On my own chart screen, that's how I set it. Other people could use different colors. I used the blue candles for upward moves. That means bullish sentiment. While the red candle, I indicated it with the red candle here indicates bearish sentiment or downward moves. Okay, so and then they pushed price down to this level 4658.47, and then the bullish candles pushed price upward to 4964.17, where it is now. You could see from all these prices I've been saying, it is a W. This is it. It's a W reverse formation. You see the shape? This is a W reverse formation. So basically, if you were to go leave this particular time frame and check the likes of the higher time frame, daily time frame, you could see how that price is within dynamic area of support or resistance, or where you want to call decision making area. Okay, these are areas where most technical investors buy from, or where decisions are taken either to know if price will continue in the upward direction or the whole trend just collapse. Okay, so this is this area in between these three simple moving averages. The 30 simple moving average, that's this one up, while the middle one is the 50 simple moving average, while this one marked in blue is the 100 simple moving average. Now you see price candles are currently unfolding in between the 30 simple moving average and the 50 simple moving average, and this area you are seeing price unfolding, okay, is called the dynamic area of support or resistance, or dynamic area of support and resistance. Okay, it's a decision making area, either to know who wins the push, either the bulls or the bears. So within this area, decisions are taken. And I just told you that from technical perspective, prices or price candles are already forming a W reverse formation, where when a W reverse formation is taking shape, you will see that this leg has been formed. This first leg that pushed price downward has been formed. Okay, that means this leg, this from top here, from 5599.03, price was pushed down to 4399.86 thereabouts. That's the first leg form, and then the bulls or the bullish sentiment of bullish investors were able to push price from this 4402 Sorry for that, the whole thing is not, the numbers are just shaking, but you know what I'm saying. From this 4398.86, and then the bullish candles, or the bullish investors who are looking to push price upward, they were able to push price from this bottom up to this place. You see, it has formed, it is gradually forming the W pattern. Look, they push price to 5095.97 thereabout, and then the best push price again downward to this 4653.93, and then the boost finally push price to where you are seeing this blue candle, this blue indication. Okay, you are seeing this blue price mark, rather 4964.17. This where price closed at, or this is where the market, or the price of gold, or where the market closed on price of gold yesterday, being Friday. Okay, now this is a perfect, or this is a good W reverse formation pattern. Okay, looking at this technically, you already know that the bulls on this trend, yes, the bullish investors on this particular trend, this particular trend, this is the main trend rather. Let me go to the daily time frame so that you see the main trend. This is the 4 hours time frame, which is the trigger time frame, where you want to see the unfolding of price early enough, because the smaller chart helps you to see how price unfold faster than the higher time frame. But the higher time frame gives you the perfect setup, or it helps you see the broader picture. So that's why I usually return back to higher time frames if I want to see the full, or the main trend. Okay, so I want to go and see the main trend. This is the trigger chart. Let me say I am to take a decision. I want to take a decision from the shorter time frame, so that I'll see a fast or quick unfolding of price. Okay, and it will also help me see the pattern very well. You could see that the pattern here, I could see this pattern very well on this trigger chart, unlike the setup chart. This is the setup chart. You see, you might not really know on the setup chart that it has formed a perfect W reverse formation. You see, this is the same thing. You could see price fell from this height, 5596 thereabout, down to here. You see, down to the same 43996 or 9 or whatever thereabout, and then rose to the same place up here, 5086.65, and then fell to this bottom, 4649, whatever. The numbers are just fluctuating, and then finally closed at 4964.17. Now you could see on this setup chart, that is the daily chart, you are not seeing a better formation of the W pattern. Okay, but on the 4 hours time frame, you could see how clear it is. You could see the better formation. You see, drop here, try to go up, down again, and then currently at 4964.17. So you could see it perfectly here. Now, same thing is happening on the chart of, let me see, even though it's not similar, but I'm just saying currently prices of these instruments are unfolding around the dynamic area of support and resistance. That's the decision taking area. Okay, so if you have not, at this point, let me make this clear. For most of you who have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. Also do well to make your comments if you have questions in regards to where I have explained up to. Okay, basically I'll just be showing you other charts from this moment, so share the videos so that it will also get to others, so they know how to benefit from price drops and a wealth transfer that comes sometimes in seasons like this. Okay, so this is the chart of silver, okay, the 4 hours time frame. So let's see what's happening on the daily time frame. Let's see what's happening on the weekly time frame. You could see on silver, price has retraced to the weekly time. On the weekly time frame, silver has retraced down to this level. You could see it entered that decision taking area before reversing upward. Okay, you see it came down to as low as 63.606 on the weekly time frame. You are seeing a solid decision taking area where price got to. Okay, I will show you some things in regards to other charts as well. Okay, like that of Bitcoin I earlier mentioned. Let me see the monthly chart of silver. Okay, so I'm looking at dynamic area of support and resistance from the perspective of the weekly time frame on when it comes to silver for the moment. Okay, or for the time being. So this is where candle the price dropped down to when it came from this 121.636 I marked down to, there's this 121.63 that I marked with a red line, with a red horizontal line, and then price dropped down to this 63 I earlier talked about, and then it's currently, the market closed yesterday at 77.824, the blue line indicated here. Okay, so for silver, this already tells you there is a buying pressure, okay, ongoing from the weekly time frame. So the main trend here for me is the weekly time frame for silver. So the weekly time frame shows you the perfect setup of what is happening from the dynamic area of support or resistance, which is the area between the 30 simple moving average and the 50 simple moving average I earlier talked about as the decision taking area. Okay, so it dropped down to 63, but you could see the decisions are already been taken. You could see the prices are being debated or contended for, but the bulls obviously have pushed price upward from that area. So this area in between the 30 simple moving average and the 50 simple moving average is a decision taking area. It's a dynamic area of support and resistance. Okay, this is where investors or market players decide where price move to the next. Okay, and this is where you want to buy from. Say you are dealing with a bullish trend, even though it's a bearish trend, that's a trend that's going downward, it is still within this area you want to decide if you are buying from or if you are selling from. Okay, yes, that's how market players who look at it from a technical perspective analyze this price movement. Okay, so let me quickly look at the chart of Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin too has dropped massively. But for people who think long term, they know these are also opportunities to buy. So this is the chart of Bitcoin. So you could see how that. Let me go to the monthly time frame. You see Bitcoin dropped from this height from 126,366 126,363.13. You could see from this height here, and they dropped to 59,777.63, although it took months to drop. Okay, this is a monthly time frame of Bitcoin, but closed yesterday at, okay, it is still, the market is still unfolding. This is crypto, so crypto market is more like 24/7 on chart. So it is currently at 68,000. Now this dropped from $126,000 down to 59 yesterday and now currently 68, where you are seeing this blue price line. It tells you how that there are a whole lot playing out with the crypto space. But however, just know this, that there are people who obviously position themselves, okay? They know that these prices, if you don't get them at these bottom levels, when you understand the fundamentals playing out globally or impacting on this instrument, you may not get them again at such price levels. And it is at these lower price levels you can make wealth. Okay, there's a saying that goes, it's a bullish market gives you money or make you money, but a bearish market make you rich. Okay, that means it is at these lower prices when you buy an instrument or an asset class that has a great prospect for the future at good prices. That means at good prices mean low prices, or the perfect, or think about something that wouldn't cost you much, but you most likely would drive so much or derive so much from the same. Okay, so if you were to buy at these levels, you are seeing them as price dropped, you may not get this anytime soon in years if price were to move upward from this level. Okay, same thing is playing out with other instruments. Yes, same thing is playing out with other instruments. If you check Ripple, that's XRP. If you check XRP, there are so many other instruments you could take advantage of still on the crypto space. Ripple, even Solana has as well dropped. See, Ripple is currently at $1.43. You could see the price dropped as well. Dropped from this height. It dropped from 3 point something dollars thereabout down to even 1.11 as at yesterday, currently at 1.43. Same Ripple. Let me see the chart of Ripple. Yeah, see Ripple. This is Ripple rather. The chart of Solana. Yes, Solana. I think I saw Solana. Yes, Solana. Solana is at 85.83. You could see it dropped from those heights as well. Let me look at other charts. Ethereum also is currently at $2,000 thereabout. You could see all these prices dropped, but if you think the future and you know this is the future of digital currencies, are the future of currencies. Okay, they are the future of currencies. As it is said, gold and silver, precious metals, is God's money. The dollar, which is facing dollar representing most of the fiat, or the dollar is part of the fiat currencies we know on the planet, obviously currently known as the major reserve currency. But those narratives are changing. Okay, those narratives are changing. The world is moving away from dollar dependency. So these digital currencies are obviously called the people's money, while the fiat, let me take the dollar for instance, called the government money, while gold and silver, representing precious metals, there are other precious metals as well, but gold and silver or precious metals, gold and silver, called God's money. That's just by the way. Now, you could see the price of Ethereum dropped as well. But if you know the use case or the fundamentals around whatever asset class or instrument you are dealing with, you want to get them at good prices, okay? So that when price begin to retrace upward, you'll be such a person, or you'll be amongst those that will be experiencing the wealth transfer, okay? There's this instrument I saw, SU. I think it's a crypto instrument as well, SU. It's a crypto instrument, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. There are other instruments like SU. SU is currently, you could see SU drop from price level 2 thereabouts, if I'm not mistaken. 4, wow, dropped from 4 down to 0.97. These are things you could buy if you have capital you don't have a need for, because my advice is for you to use capital you don't have any need for anytime soon. Okay, so these are things you could put out on charts, or you could invest holding this instrument for long term. Okay, something selling for $4 thereabout. Now the price of SU is 0.97, and if you read about SU, you get to see that it's a blockchain network for I think it is one of these blockchain network that help to carry out other transactional thing and that help to combine activities carried out on other blockchain network. You just have to read about it. It is a blockchain network on its own, but it does a multi-task. Yes, and it also helps in the fees you might end up paying when you are dealing on their network. So it's just about the crypto space. So then let me check the chart of, I saw, so there are so many other charts talking about Stellar and all that. You could see these prices dropped. So when you talk about market crash, price drop, whatever you want to call it, just know that at the decision taking area, that those investors who invest technically and those who understand fundamentals, the macroeconomic data impacting on the same, they begin to take decisions from those points, as I earlier explained, using the chart of gold, silver, and the like of others. So, okay, this is even the monthly chart of gold. I explained from the daily chart, as at the time I was explaining the W reverse price formation. So, do well to take advantage of this information. Please subscribe to my channel. It will help you receive updates, and also turn on the notification bell just beside the subscription icon on YouTube. Okay, you see there's a notification bell. Turn it on. It will help you get updates whenever I drop a new video on YouTube. Like, share, make thought-provoking comment. Get this video to others so they could know what's happening even in this time. Okay, we are living in a time where there is a whole lot of correction in price, which many people want to refer to as price drops, market crash, price crash, whatever. But behind those setups, I'm telling you for a fact that big players, talking about smart money, the hedge fund managers controlling a whole lot of cash, they position themselves, talking about other institutions like central banks, talking about nations, talking about institutional investors. They position themselves for these moves. So they are buying at cheap prices right now. I'm telling you the gospel truth. They are buying at cheap price right now, and you would not want to miss out on such positioning. So position yourself, stay informed, because knowledge in this space gives you an advantage. So I remain Daniel Eze. Stay safe. Like I said, it is my birthday. Happy birthday to me once again. Stay safe. Wish you all the good in this life as the days unfold. Okay, we'll call it a day for now. Bye. See you in the next video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Take care. Cheers.